News about Ethereum ETF is everywhere. Look at these charts. It's amazing. Ethereum jumped from 3,100 to 3,600 in no time. Many people believe that since crypto is growing, now is the time to buy and earn more. Some even know that this growth might be connected to the approval of an Ethereum ETF. Let's take a closer look to understand what is really happening, how we can make money, and how I make money from events like this. Firstly, the rapid growth of Ethereum happened on May 20th. What caused it? On that day, we got news like this one. Bloomberg analysts increased the chances of an Ethereum ETF approval from 25% to 75%. Then, on May 21st, Standard Chartered experts predicted that Ethereum ETFs might get approved this week. The bank's note on Tuesday reiterated that ETFs could drive Ether to the $8,000 level by the end of 2024. So we know that something important is happening in the crypto world and prices are rising. Secondly, what is an ETF and why do these events have a big impact on the crypto market? ETF stands for Exchange Traded Fund. You can find a lot of information online, but the key thing is that an ETF must be registered with the Securities and Exchange Commission in the United States. Now, what is cryptocurrency? It was originally something that didn't need to be registered anywhere. As you can see, there is a big difference. So, what changes when a cryptocurrency gets ETF approval? The answer is simple. It's a huge step towards mass adoption, both for retail investors and large investment companies. Next, let's look at a real-world example based on Bitcoin ETF approval. On January 10th, there was a statement on the approval of spot Bitcoin exchange traded products. We can observe this event on the Bitcoin price chart. January 10th here. After the announcement, there was a small decline, but then it started to grow quickly and significantly. This strong market performance means that a lot of money flowed into cryptocurrency. The Bitcoin ETF made it possible for anyone in the USA and elsewhere to legally buy Bitcoin through an ETF broker, just like buying stocks, bonds or other ETFs. Many large institutions were waiting for an easier way to buy crypto, and they got it. Here is what Bitcoin ETF actually means for investors. So we have mass adoption and inflows of capital into the cryptocurrency market. What else can we expect? We forgot one more important thing. When the first cryptocurrency gets added to an ETF, it means that other cryptocurrencies will likely follow. In our case, Bitcoin is the first, acting like a locomotive. So that now everyone expects increasing mass adoption more and more, which leads to increasing cryptocurrency capitalization. So, based on Bitcoin's experience, we can predict that something similar will happen with the Ethereum ETF after its approval, boosting mass adoption again. Let's go back to January 2024. Imagine that the Securities and Exchange Commission has approved a Bitcoin ETF, and you are observing its successful impact. You might then predict that another cryptocurrency could be approved next. What coin could it be? According to CoinGecko, the second-ranked cryptocurrency is Ethereum. If you are familiar with Ethereum, you know how important it is. It's not just any shitcoin. So, Ethereum could be the next to get an ETF. To profit from this prediction, we need to buy Ethereum. This means spending our stablecoins or real assets. Remember, I am talking about investors who are already in crypto and have an investment strategy. If they have an investment strategy, investors will start investing in Ethereum more aggressively. There are two possible scenarios. First, if the Ethereum ETF gets approved, the investor makes a significant profit. Second, if the Securities and Exchange Commission doesn't approve the Ethereum ETF, the investor loses nothing. They simply continue investing in a top-ranked coin according to their strategy. In this scenario, the investor doesn't profit from the ETF approval, but they will still benefit from their long-term investment in Ethereum. To sum up, you need to stay informed about the cryptocurrency market, build your own investment strategy, and not worry about others' opinions. Remember, on May 19th, there was a 25% chance for an Ethereum ETF approval, and by May 20th, it increased to 75%. Let's look at Polymarket's statistics. In May, only 6% believed that the Ethereum ETF would be approved. Now, that number has jumped to 69%. Okay, let's move forward. What I did and what I do. I buy crypto during dips like this. Like this. This dip is here. Like here. I try to buy crypto every month. During bear markets, I buy more. During bull markets, I buy less. After the Bitcoin ETF approval, I focused my gradual purchases more on Ethereum. Now I'm not planning to sell it unless it reaches over $5,000. This is just my personal opinion and strategy. Remember, nobody can predict the exact price of crypto tomorrow, and nobody knows the perfect time to buy or sell. However, we can look back at past events, like we did now, to understand what has happened. We can also analyze how other investors act when expecting an Ethereum ETF. Using these insights, we can build our own investment strategy for cryptocurrency, focusing on long-term investments. For instance, after the Bitcoin ETF was approved, there was a small decline. Because Grayscale sold Bitcoin to a spot ETF. Then it started to grow due to a huge inflow of money. We can apply this template to Ethereum. Imagine that the Ethereum ETF is approved. Grayscale might sell Ethereum this time, causing some turbulence in the crypto market, followed by a significant price increase due to money inflow. Again, this is not about trading, but about developing a long-term investment strategy. Look at this beautiful number, $8,000 by the end of 2024. We are waiting. Remember, all this information is not financial advice. Thank you for watching. and see you in the next video.